Well,
Captain, you copy?
Affirmative, Ethan.
I'm into their network. Got eyes on you now.
What about enemy positions?
Got eyes on those too, sir.
This is suicide, Reyes.
I gave my order, Salt.
Captain doesn't always bring his men home.
Not always.
well, hopefully this saves Earth. If not,
Your stop,
well,
sir. Looks to be clear.
Check.
Junction room. Should be full of stock you can swipe.
Last haul, huh?
Regrettably, sir.
I guess after losing like pretty much everybody, Reyes
All
is just
set.
like,
Where to?
you know what?
To the floor. Guns
I
loaded.
accept that
Copy.
I can't get everybody home safely, but we can protect our home. Hi there. You guys aren't going home. Oh look, it's a robot.
Approaching the destroyer. I need weapons and moorings unlocked. One without the other is a no-go.
Raj, be advised, hostile airships are moving to your sector.
Copy. Eyes on. Out.
Captain, you got company on the exit.
Got no cover.
Take care of that.
You know, the end game for this game is pretty lengthy, I gotta say. I think we've been doing this for like over an hour at least. Oh my god, I hate robots, except for Ethan. Because these bots just do not die. They do not want to die. The cover moves. That's funny. Okay, that's not good. Ugh. I wanted to throw that, but ow,
Approaching the destroyer.
hit my hand.
And moorings unlocked. One without the other is a no-go.
Raj, be advised, hostile
I don't know. It's hard to throw from behind cover.
Eyes on. Out.
Captain, you got company on the exit.
All right, have a shock grenade. We got plenty.
Got no cover.
Oh, Ethan's the one doing that. Okay. Well, that makes more sense. I thought it was just like random. Nope. Ethan's making sure the enemy doesn't have cover. Alright, I'm gonna need oh my gosh. I'm like shooting his foot. Eh. Yeah, I got shot grenades for that. I'm gonna try to throw them around the corner. Oh, that was it. Ooh. I don't know what the servo is.
Use the access shaft. Upper left.
Copy that.
Upper left? Oh.
Peter, attacking with the Marines. Taking fire. Sir, we're getting stitched up over here. No time to waste.
Copy. Moving as fast as I can. Hold them off.
Oh, really? Hi. Thank you, Ethan. Oh, see ya.
Thanks, partner.
In spite of the situation, I'm enjoying myself, sir.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm enjoying your help too. You know, this is actually pretty fun. We're just shooting bad guys. Ethan's doing his job and
I'm clear here, Ethan.
pretty good.
Good shooting, sir. You'll need to take the elevator to firing control. Almost there.
Copy.
What does amped mean?
You should be
Oh.
going by their munitions depot, sir.
Affirmative. Quite an arsenal.
I wish you could do like little emote type things. Like just a nice wave to the enemies, that would be cool. Or a salute to your buddies.
Ethan, hostile forces are aboard the lieutenant's destroyer.
But it's Call of Duty, I don't think that would
Entry is dead ahead.
ever happen.
Room is occupied.
There's just no time for that because it's such a fast-paced game. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah! Took way too long to find it, so decided not to. You know, I should just like wait, a smart shot? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen. I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid.
Ethan, hostile forces are aboard the lieutenant's destroyer.
Sir, firing control entry is dead ahead.
Come on.
Room is occupied with armed.
Can't I get a checkpoint like out here? Ow! Oops. Hit my mic. Oh, this is gonna be annoying.
Ethan, hostile forces are aboard the lieutenant's destroyer.
Sir, firing control entry is dead ahead. Be advised, room is occupied with armed personnel.
Roger that.
We'll throw some seekers out here. Yeah, I don't like this. No, 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 no. You stay away from me. Oh, I got a checkpoint. Well, that's who killed me. Freaking snipers. There we go.
Fire control terminal should be on the main console, sir. Captain, the terminal. Do what you can, please, sir.
Oops.
I'm at the terminal, Ethan. You release the moorings, I'll activate firing control.
Sir, since they've shut down the switches on the lock, I can blow the relays from here and release the moorings manually, but I'll need your help.
I'll come back.
No time. Car interference may disable my processor. Hack into my system and you can keep me moving. Use the hacking module. I've got line of sight to your location, sir.
Okay. I'm in. Pretty strange.
It's very unusual, sir.
What do we do?
Distribution room. Down the steps, Captain.
Down the steps, okay.
We'll pull the fuses, overload the circuits, melt the relays on the shift locks.
Ethan, why do you need me for this?
Core is electromagnetic. Shock may disable my processor. I'll need your help to stay mobile. Get me inside the distribution room and we can overload it in time. My chassis can sustain temps well above this, sir. Keep moving. Core room is just up ahead.
We're almost there. Actually, I don't know if we're almost there.
What do we do?
Inductor coil visible in my HUD. Pull the capacitor to destabilize the reactor.
Alright. There we go.
It looks like it's overloading. Let's get out of here.
Oh, sir. Core is still holding. They don't need a charge. Set it off. My self-destruct, sir. The detonation will ignite. A chain reaction and blow the boring.
There's gotta be another way.
I'm afraid not, sir. I understand the
Oh,
I'm ready.
Ethan.
Good luck, Reyes. Been an honor, sir.
Ethan!
Honor was all mine, Metalmart.
Reyes, we're mobile. Enable firing control.
God damn it.
Firing control is set. You have the con.
Copy firing control.
Target is marked. Fire on my position.
Reyes, get the hell out of there!
Fire on my position, Salter.
I can't do that, Nick!
Nora, finish the mission. That's an order.
Set weapons free! All stations, warship is green to engage! Guns, swivel mount class 1! Open fire, open fire! Incoming necessary 240! Launch countermeasure! Hold target! Concentrate fire! Concentrate fire! Switch off fast launcher! Fire starboard launch only! Casualties on the bridge! No rotate to cover! Keep firing! Keep firing! All stations, this is R12, transmitting in the blind. Shipyard destroyed. Reyes, do you copy? Peter? Nick? Nick, do you copy?
Well, I think we're dead.
Both officers, aware of the imminent danger, in spite of extensive casualties planned and skillfully executed, an attack with unwavering devotion to their duty. Commander Reyes and Lieutenant Salter gallantly offered their own lives and those of their crew, mobilizing at close range against superior firepower. The operation eliminated vital numbers of enemy vessels and destroyed the settlement defense front's orbital shipyard. The officer's commitment exhibited the
Our name's right there.
naval service.
Peace to the fallen.
And it looks like Salt made it out. Yep. All of us. In memory of Jamie Egerton. Well, that is the end of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So I'm gonna assume that we finished the mission, and Salt got the ship out of there, just like she said she would. Unfortunately, everybody you see here
Hey, Mom. Dad.
was not so
When
lucky.
I joined the Marines, I told you that I'm ready to give my life for fighting for a good cause. If I don't come home for any reason, then that's what happened. I hope I died doing something heroic. And in the long run, I hope that I made you proud. I promised myself I wouldn't get close to people here, but it's kind of impossible not to. I wasn't scared here, but I was homesick. Mom, I had a dream last night that you were making dinner. Yes, my favorite pork chops. And we were all at the table together. Tell Aunt Joyce I said hi and I love her. And give Bailey a big kiss and a new tennis ball from me. Everyone here has a mother and father. But you and Dad only have one son. So I'm sorry I didn't make it back. Semper Fi. Your loving son, Todd.
You have to go through all of these. Guess we'll stay on this side for now.
I'm not quite sure how a son greets his father after not seeing him for a lifetime. Guess I'll say hi to Dad. Finally tracked down your address through the Human Resource Department in Washington. I had to use my birth certificate to prove we were related. I want you to know I followed in your footsteps. I joined the Navy. Thought it would make you proud. If we ever saw each other, we'd have more to talk about. I went to sniper school to be a sharpshooter, but my vision changed. I became an instructor. I'm currently deployed aboard the UNSA carrier Retribution. My mom Sandy passed away this year. I went back to the old house just before shipping out and found a box with your Silver Star for Valor. My mom kept it all this time. I wish I'd known you still lived in Tennessee. I would have dropped by. Could have had a beer and caught up. I forgive you for leaving. I hope you're not mad at me for writing. Thanks for helping bring me into this world. I did my best to be a good man. Maynard Griffin.
This is really sad.
Sir, we're behind enemy lines now in the heat of battle. Time is short. You've given an order from which there is likely no return. You did what had to be done. All in. I'm proud of you. You're a born leader, sir. Today was one of the worst days in history, and forgive me for saying it, but it was the greatest day of my life. I did everything I was trained for and more. Together, we fought the good fight. Over Titan, you said we were brothers. I always wanted to know what a family really is. Now I do. Admiral Reyes told me that a soldier is only as good as his last mission. If this is ours, then I can say, with certainty, we were damn good, sir. Better to burn out than it is to rust. Metal 1, out.
Yep. If Well, this was our last mission, and we are pretty much gods at this point. Oh my gosh.
To my dearest wife, Sarah, my son, Noah, and my daughter, Abby. If you're reading this, I can tell you with the utmost confidence that I'd die for something right and just. The cost of war is higher than any one life, and I happily give mine in defense of my men and family. Abby, I'm sorry I didn't keep my promise when I said I was coming home. My hopes for your future gave me the strength to protect everything we hold dear. You will always be Daddy's little girl. Noah, be an honest man. Keep your word. Only use violence as a last resort. You're the man of the house now. Sarah, please keep our baby safe. And find it in your heart to forgive me for leaving you alone. If my last breath is not in the battlefield, then surely it will be in your arms. Keep me in your hearts. Always.
Well, so as you can tell, Infinite Warfare is a kind of depressing game. Everybody pretty much died, but I'm pretty sure we saved Earth, so we didn't die in vain. But still, I think it was actually a pretty good game for Call of Duty. It took me about 7 to 8 hours, which is normal. It wasn't too bad. I like the movement. I like the different weapons we had. They did a really good job of making you care about characters and then killing them off. It's really sad, but overall I think it's a pretty good game. I'd probably give it 8.5, maybe 9 out of 10. I don't have many complaints about it, but it was enjoyable. And yeah, there were some frustrating parts, but you know, that's mainly my fault for not playing the right way. So yeah, overall I'd recommend Infinite Warfare. Maybe not for the multiplayer. The multiplayer I just don't care about. It's just not for me. But the campaign, pretty good. I like it. So yeah, just wanted to kind of give my thoughts in the game very quickly, and then I guess we'll just jump back into these audio logs.
And my daughter Nisreen. If you are reading this, I guess I didn't make it home. I was prepared to face danger and death. I hope I did so with dignity. My time was cut short, but I had countless blessings. I married the perfect woman. I have a brand new daughter on the way. I'd be selfish to ask for more. I love you, Olivia. Welcome our baby into this world and cherish her for me. Remind her about her daddy. And please, never be afraid to do what you need to find happiness. Nisreen? Hello, sweetheart. I left for this tour before you were born. I'm sorry I won't be able to see you grow up. Daddy wanted to make the world a better place. That's why we made you. Keep me in your prayers and try to do one good deed every day. Be safe, my family. Victor.
You know, I think these people are all just heroes. They fought for people of Earth. They just fought for people, and you know, they succeeded. So,
my dearest children. Well, as this letter will only be used in the event of my death, it may seem somewhat sorrowful, but I don't want you to see it that way, okay? I have always felt that our stay on Earth, the time we call life, it's a temporary gift to be spent in service of something greater than ourselves. Death comes to us all. It is not to be feared. I loved my job, but I hated war. But the secret mission I undertook every single day was to protect the two of you from anyone or anything that threatened your health and well-being. So promise me, you will take care of one another, and please, live your lives to the fullest, with all the love in my heart. Mum.
Yeah, all these people, they died as protectors, as heroes. That's basically what they're trying to say.
Marta, the Navy has made my life a long-distance love affair. The things I love are all far away. My home, my animals, you. I am doing important work. I'm ready for anything, even this. The military did not take my life. I volunteered it. I know this isn't easy. Please don't cry for me or us. Cry for a world that couldn't make peace. I think of you and my heart races. I smile, I laugh out loud, and people tell me I always seem so happy. I am. I have you. Yours forever, Yetide.
Right, one more.
Dear Andrew, it's Fleet Week. More ships are dry docked against the dawn sky. I'm home, but it's not home without you. I know I had what every woman envied, a husband that gave life more meaning. You were my handsome better half. Since the day we locked eyes, I thought of you constantly. I still do. The internal drive that earned me my rank cost me a marriage. The Navy imbued me to accomplish the mission and never quit. To that end, I'll never stop loving you, no matter where or when I go. Thank you. Being together was a gift. With love always, Laura.
Alright. Peace to the fallen. So, that is the end of Infinite Warfare. Like I said, I think they did a pretty good job with this story. They definitely tug at your heartstrings a bit more than other Call of Duty games. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I think it's up there. It's definitely one of my favorites. I just think it was a good game. The only thing I didn't like was the villain. He was barely in the game. I mean, yeah, he was the one, you know, sending the fleets and stuff. But that's pretty much all he did. He didn't really... It didn't seem like he had a big part in the game. The only time we saw him was basically him ranting on a screen, and that was pretty much it. So... I guess, you know, that makes sense because you're not going to really cut to him, you know, in person, you know, commanding his people, but I don't know. I just didn't really like him. And the way we took him out was even kind of meh, because we basically hacked a robot and killed him, and that was it. Well, injured him, which led to his death, but it would have been nice if we were able to actually, you know, rough him up a bit. But nope. Nope. And also, there were a couple deaths in this game that were just really, really stupid. Omar was just... He basically... killed himself by going after somebody who was probably gonna die anyway. Like, there's a guy barely moving, like, off the transport, off the ship thing, And Omar just jumps in there, tries to save him, and then he ends up dying anyway. So, kind of a stupid death. I would have rather seen him die in like combat or something. But you know, I guess it was a noble deed, so I don't know. And then McCollum, I think. We didn't have to plan a charge on that thing. I mean, we could have just bypassed that and continued on with the mission, and she wouldn't have died that quickly, but I don't know, it just seemed kind of like pointless deaths that had really no effect on the battles. So, I don't know. I didn't really like that. But everything else about the game was pretty good. Like I said, the gameplay was good. The you know, I guess they did have a, yeah, I think they did have a good character development going on, especially between Omar and Ethan. And that's why I was so upset when Omar died. It's like Omar starts out and he does not want to work with Ethan at all because he's a bot, and I guess he doesn't have good experience with bots. Maybe. Of course, you're going to be skeptical because you never know how AI is going to work. You don't know if it's going to turn on you. But Ethan saved Omar's life, and Omar's like, you know what? This guy's not too bad, and he started liking him and kind of develops some kind of care for him. He did like him in the end. And then as soon as he started liking him, boom, they kill off Omar. So, but the character development was pretty good in that way, where you kind of see certain relationships build a bit between some of the people. Although they didn't really touch on how Reyes and Salt know each other. Like, it was pretty obvious that there was some sort of chemistry between them. They obviously had some sort of history, but what was that history? They didn't really touch on it. I mean, if we would have went back and looked at all the audio logs and stuff on the computer, it might have been in there, but I don't want to sit and stare at a monitor in a game for who knows how long. It would probably be another half an hour, maybe even an hour. That's just wasted time. It's not really worth sitting there. But you know, all of our people tend to have really likable personalities. No robots were harmed in the making of this game. Thank God. Oh my gosh. Thank you for purchasing and finishing our game. Infinite Warfare was a result of passion and dedication of many individuals working together to create the best game they possibly could. From the whole team at Infinity Ward, we'd like to thank our family, friends, and devoted fans for their support and patience through the countless hours and late nights to finish the game we couldn't have done without you. Oh my God. Oh, I read that so fast. Oh my gosh. Probably couldn't understand a word I said. Ooh, specialist unlocked. What does that mean? So, unfortunately, we didn't get to go through all the side missions, which, you know, I wasn't planning on doing it anyway, but it would have been nice. I honestly thought we had a couple more missions before we got to the end game place where we would be able to do certain missions and stuff. I mean, you know, I thought we would do that one main mission, and then we come back and be able to finish off the side missions, but that was not the case. It was end game right then and there. So, I think we only missed 2 of the side missions, which isn't that bad. So, it's not that big of a deal. But I do think this game was a little bit on the shorter side, but that's not, you know, that's kind of to be expected because Call of Duty games tend to be around 8 hours long. Usually less. They're not... Call of Duty's not known for its single player anymore. I mean, before it might have been like in the World War II days of, you know, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3. Maybe the campaigns had more, you know, people cared more about the campaigns back then. But once multiplayer took off with, like, I think Call of Duty 2 kind of is where the multiplayer started taking off a little bit, but then Call of Duty 4 just boom, just exploded and became like the most played multiplayer game, I guess. And that's when they started focusing more on the multiplayer instead of the story and the campaigns. But overall, I think it was a pretty good game. It was a decent length, and if you want to play Infinite Warfare, you most likely are going to be playing multiplayer as well. You also get Modern Warfare Remastered if you get a certain edition, which is also nice. Modern Warfare Remastered it's a good game. I like the campaign. The multiplayer is pretty good, although it can be really frustrating. But yeah, I haven't played the multiplayer since like November, and it's August. So I did actually, as you can see, get to level 55, and then I'm like, you know what? It's okay, but I don't think I'm gonna be enjoying it that much. So I kind of just stopped playing, and yeah, I haven't really touched it since. I've been playing the Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer a lot more. Not a whole lot, but definitely more than this. So yeah, and as you can see, we have World War II coming out November, and the beta starts in a couple weeks, or a week and a half, something like that. So I'm pretty excited for that. That one looks good because there's no jetpack type things. It's just all boots on the ground, and I'm happy about that because when you add the jetpacks and stuff, it adds a whole nother layer of skill that you need to acquire, and it takes a while to get used to it. I got used to it near the end of my leveling. Like after I had been playing for like 3 or 4 weeks, I got used to the jetpacks and stuff, and then I stopped playing, and I'm not gonna be playing that anymore because if I were to go into it, I would just be terrible and awful, and it just wouldn't be good time. So multiplayer, it's just not for me, but I did enjoy the campaign a lot. So that'll do it for Infinite Warfare. Overall, really good story for a Call of Duty game. I think it's one of the best. I don't know. I did like it quite a bit. The gameplay was fun. The characters were actually really likable. And I think they did a good job with this game. It's just it's too bad I didn't like the multiplayer. I mean, I kinda did, but overall it's not for me. So that's why I'm excited for World War II. Just ready to get back to the roots of Call of Duty with just good old boots on the ground, gun on gun warfare, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed this game. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. And I'd recommend playing it, give it a shot. So yeah, that's gonna be it for Infinite Warfare. If you enjoyed, or you have any thoughts about the game itself or the playthrough, go ahead and let me know. But I think that is going to do it for Infinite Warfare. I'm just going to make sure that, so talking about the story, talking about gameplay, length, and yeah, I think that's all I had to say. So I'm actually really happy I got it done this quickly. I got it done in 3 days. I'm streaming like 2 to 3 hours a day. So we got it done pretty quick, and yeah, I'm happy about that. So that'll be it for Infinite Warfare. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will talk to you all later.